Hello, and welcome to today's episode. The Bible is referred to as the living Word of God. It isn't a book that is meant to simply be read. It is a perspective-altering substance that is meant to be ingested and absorbed into you. And when it becomes a part of you, it changes you. And it is meant to. A psalm is a spiritual song based on a profound, foundational insight that is expressed in the form of music, which is usually plucked out on a harp. This is my own paraphrase of the Psalms. Now, there is an important difference between a paraphrase and a translation, and it is important to understand what that difference is. A translation takes a text word by word and finds the most accurate word in another language to convey the meaning of that original word. But sometimes getting the details right can come at the expense of the big picture. For example, the literal translation for a butt dial and the literal translation for a booty call could end up being the exact same if they were translated very literally into another language. But we all know that those are two very different ideas. A paraphrase, on the other hand, is attempting to capture the spirit of the idea that is being expressed. But both approaches have their disadvantages. Sometimes the most literal translation for each word, while technically accurate, also loses something in its translation. For example, if you were to translate the phrase, "cat got your tongue," into another language, it would make no sense to them. Why would a house cat grab your tongue? What are you talking about? In order to convey the original idea, you would have to find out the saying that is used in that other language to express the same concept. But it might not involve a cat, or even any animal at all. So the literal translation would not be a very accurate one. But in a case like the one that I just described, the idea is more important than sticking to a very literal translation that loses all of the intended meaning. However, because paraphrases are an individual's interpretation of the underlying idea instead of a rigorous academic translation of the word, they are not as accurate as a translation is. A paraphrase is a lot more subjective, and that makes it much more susceptible to interpretations that are way off the mark of the original text's intent. The focus of a translation is on detailed accuracy, and sometimes the broader picture is not conveyed very clearly as a result. The focus of a paraphrase is on painting that big picture, but it often loses the accuracy of the finer details. Both of these are useful, as long as you understand which is which, and what the disadvantages to each approach are. And that is why I recommend using both an accurate translation like the New American Standard and a responsible paraphrase. Psalm 9, Part A, the first 10 verses. With all my heart I give thanks to the Most High. I overflow with the need to speak out about all your wondrous deeds. For I am filled with joy, and in you I experience a life that echoes with jubilation. So I continually celebrate your name as the Most High Creator, and I am filled up with songs of admiration for all that you are. Because when the day came that my enemies caught sight of you, they all turned around and hastily retreated. And as they fled from your intense presence, every single one of them fell and perished, because you upheld my claim as being right, and you ruled that my case was just. For you correctly judge mankind from the seat of the highest authority with an integrity that has never been contaminated. You correct the nations of this world. You eliminate the wicked and remove their damaging darkness from the world's people. You have completely erased even the memory of them for all time. As such, the enemy is finished, permanently abandoned in the irreparable ruins of his own life. For you have demolished everything that he ever labored to build. You have eradicated his safe harbors along with every monument that he ever erected. Now all of them are gone forever. Even the memory of them has been lost. It has disappeared along with the person himself. But the Most High remains. His just and legitimate authority is forever. The day that it ends will never arrive. For he created the authority of his throne for a specific purpose, which was to ensure justice. And in his unerring integrity, he will judge the world correctly. In his flawless impartiality, he will create and administer the proper justice for each person. But the Most High is also merciful. He serves as a fortified safe house for the battered and the oppressed. He is a towering place of strength and safety, a calm sanctuary in times of desperate fear and high stakes. For that reason, those who know you choose to trust in you, Most High, for you have never once abandoned anyone who seeks you. I pray that whatever voice God might choose to give me in this world, he would also give me the words that I should use it for. These words have meaning for me. And if they had some meaning for you as well, then I am truly grateful that we have both been given a gift from above and from each other. Have a good day out there, my friends.